I started reading the Quran and I said, yeah, Islam says there's one God, we ain't seen what he's like, he's not a man or woman, it's not like anything on earth, he doesn't rest, he doesn't get hungry, and that made the basic concept. So I became Muslim. Okay, cool. When I became Muslim, I started to see that the Muslims that are growing up in London, yeah, or England and stuff, they were getting affected by a lot of the things I got affected up as a non-Muslim growing up, the music, they just did that and so forth, you know. So what happened, I started a project, yes, talking to Muslim youth about basically life on the other side is not greener. This lifestyle of like smoking, raving, like casual sex and so forth, and gangs and all stuff. What, like, it's a waste of time. I've been down that road and it's not worth it to do it. You're coming from two parents families, you know what I'm saying, like you don't have a lot of you don't have a lot of like broken families, and I would just say to them that your life is blessed. There's no reason to go into that lifestyle. Anyway, so I was doing that. Yeah, now that's not my thing out of the way. So I was doing that. So I took Shahada in Brixton Masjid, and I started like practicing and so forth. Okay, so then what happened is that I noticed that that Anan, you know, used to post things on his Instagram. He was a Muslim. He said he became Muslim at 14, and he used to be with this crowd of youth around the Toes Hill area. Yeah, so I saw him with the youths out eating pizza, sometimes doing wrestling with these guys and so forth. So I thought, this guy is trying to help kids in the youth in the streets like I am. So me, yeah, I know that two people, like I think the more people you have given a certain message about, so I thought, look, he's doing the same thing as me, let me promote him. Yeah, let me promote him. So I started promoting him, and I promoted him like myself. Like I was promoting myself. I met up with him about 2-3 times. I filmed him and another brother for about 2 hours at a time. Then I went and got his convert story. Yeah, his convert story never came out, you know, because I have a lot of stories of this project called Street or Deen, the streets or the Deen, the Islam, the practice, the religion. Like, which one are you gonna choose? So what happened is that, yeah, I did his convert story. His convert story came out because then his true personality came out to me. But what happened is that I started posting these videos. So I did 2 big videos, two 2-hour videos where I sat down, filmed them, asked them questions and so forth. Because I believe that 2 people could talk about the same subject, and one person might hit one group of people, and another group might hit another group of people, and so forth. Yeah. People are inclined to different people's personalities. So I don't care. The whole point is the message. If I can get through to someone, cool. If someone else can get through to someone, cool. So I started posting these videos, yeah, of Adnan, yeah. His real name is Andrew Pennant. He's known as Raretalks to you, yeah. But if you go on YouTube, yeah, if you go on YouTube and you type in Adnan Abu Rayyan, yeah? I know you're going to think, how do you spell that? But I'll just show you, yeah? I'll show you. Adnan. Okay, if you look here, yeah? If you type in Adnan Abu Rayyan, yeah? Because what I'm going to explain to you, there's a reason why he's doing Hikmah Bookshop. What happened before Adnan, he's had many different projects, yeah? But in the Muslim community, but because he's been exposed, now he's jumping to the non-Muslim audience because he's been exposed, yeah? Now the whole thing is that basically, is that what he started off doing, yeah, so what he started off doing is a project called Hikmah Bookshop, where he was to reach out to like Muslim youth and to them not to get in crime, not to sleep around, not to have girls, and all this kind of stuff, yeah. And if you type in Hikmah Bookshop, yeah, if you type in, what is it, HIKAH Bookshop. HIKAH Bookshop. You look at the channel and you'll see there's a video up there, yeah? The first video is Raretalks. But all the other videos you look down there, you'll see they're religious videos. Yeah? But this is him jumping ship. So he posts that because he got finished on Kick My Bookshops and so forth. They put Raretalks there to direct people to a new channel, because that channel, everyone in the comments was saying, like, how can you give in dawah and you're sleeping around and you're having kids everywhere and so forth and blah blah blah. Yeah. So how I came to, because how he got exposed was this. I started posting my recordings of his advice to Muslim youth. I started posting them and I started pushing them out everywhere. Not only that, I introduced him, yeah, to one of the biggest dawah organizations, yeah, in the UK, yeah, and also I would say maybe one of the biggest dawah organizations in the Western world, basically. You know what I'm saying? I was very close with that person. I've known them for years, yeah. And what's happened is that because that person saw me posting his videos, that person asked me who he is, yeah. So this whole thing that Adnan has, that I'm jealous of him. I'm not jealous of him. One, first of all, and it's not about audience, because it doesn't matter. Look, there's women that do twerking and stuff on YouTube and they get bare views. Does that mean they're more important than what someone, a community leader who only gets a few views, yeah, in on YouTube? It doesn't. Your views don't signify how powerful your message is, your message is. So the whole thing is this, yeah, is that, and I could be honest, if you really want to be that petty and say I'm doing it for views, look at Street Ordine and look at Hikmah Bookshop. Look how many views. Look at Street Ordine and look at Raretalks TV. My highest view video, and this is not to brag, I'm not saying this, but, and that says I'm doing this because I'm jealous. I'm jealous for you. What? You've got nothing I want, bro, Adnan. You've got nothing I want. You're not rich, you're not famous, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Your life, I don't want it, Adnan. There's nothing you got, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Adnan. When it comes to dunya and stuff, you haven't got anything. You don't have your own place, Adnan. You're 35. You don't have your own place. If your wife, you married 2 women, if they got home, you stay at your mum's yard. I'm not dissing you, but and you worked at EE till recently now, and and so forth. So like the fact you're saying just check my Street Ordine. Just check my thing. My highest most viewed video is got 1 million views, and the thing is that I didn't need you to make that, and I've got other videos, yeah, that I've got 100,000 or tens of thousands. And now I'm not being thing. Even your Raretalks has got like each video has got like maybe 1,000 views or less than that. There's nothing. You're saying I bigged you up, I posted you, I took that time, took the 2-hour videos, chopped it up into lots of 3-minute videos. I posted them all over different social medias, yeah. I introduced you to one of the biggest dawah companies, YouTube channels and dawah active things that has what is it, over 100,000 subscribers, you know, and so forth, just to rip you down. No, Adnan, I thought you was doing what I thought you was helping the youth. So I promoted you like I promoted myself. But this is what happened. As I'm pushing out Adnan's videos and stuff like that, and this is what I mean, that this guy is a narcissist, yeah, and he believes that he's smarter than everyone else. He thought Adnan was living this other life. I didn't know about it. I just saw him doing good. So I assumed he was doing good. So the thing is this now. When I posted, one day I posted out one of his videos, yeah? And some non-Muslim woman, a lady with no hijab, a woman with no hijab, she posted, yeah, on my video, yeah, and she said, how are you acting all righteous in this video when you've got a child 1 year old and you haven't visited him? And I've never seen nothing like this on my videos. My videos are for, is a certain niche, Muslim youth that are not practicing. So when a non-Muslim girl posts this, because in Islam, we don't deal with this girlfriend-boyfriend thing. I know it's in Christianity and Judaism, but no one really practices it no more. Like like this is quote unquote a Christian country, like we're raised as Christians generally, but girlfriend and boyfriends, there's nothing. If you got to average Christian black boy or white boy from a council estates and you ask them what is fornication, they don't even know what that word means. Like we're just used to we're just used to boyfriend and girlfriends. But the whole thing is, what I'm trying to say, as Muslims, as Muslims, we don't have this, like, there's this boyfriend girlfriend. It's not in Christianity or thing anywhere. We don't really have it. But what happens is that but it's just the society is just like that. Yeah. So what happens is that, and generally when Muslims get married, they get married to like a Muslim woman, you know, a practicing woman who's wearing hijab and this, that, and the other. Especially someone like Anan who's doing all this, you know, we've got Kufi and Phobe and, you know, talk about Allah as messenger. So what happened when this girl posts on her thing, post on my video like, Rad, this guy's actually telling all these youths to fix up and like to be good and not rave and smoke and drink and stuff, and you had a kid from me, he's 1 year old and you haven't even visited me. I'm kind of flack in shock. What the hell is this? So what you got to understand, is when in Islam, when a person accuses a person in an Islamic country, if you accuse someone of sleeping with someone outside of marriage, it's a big thing. In an Islamic country where the rule is run by Islamic and stuff, if you say a girl's a hoe, and something, you could literally ruin her chances of getting married because your reputation means a lot and so forth. So the whole thing is that now it's like you can get lashings for it and stuff because it's people's character. And I know in the West it doesn't mean anything. We've got like Sun newspaper and you just trash people regardless, But the thing is now, if you claim two people were having sex with each other outside of marriage, because having sex outside of marriage in a Muslim country, practicing Muslim country, people get flogged. I'm talking about literally flogged. Because it's the whole thing about, you know, having babies everywhere and people not, men just sleeping around, having babies everywhere, not taking care of them. That kid grows up in a broken family, then he hits the streets and all this kind of stuff. See, Islam deals with prevention is better than cure. Like in an Islamic state, Adnan would be dead. In an Islamic state, Adnan would be killed legally by the government and the police. He'd be dead. Adnan would not be alive. Like, or I say Adnan because we know him, Andrew or whatever. Like and that's the most ironic thing. He's talking about relationships. But the point I'm trying to say is that when this girl made this statement, I'm shocked. So the whole thing is now, and what the Muslims have to understand is one thing when someone says two people are sleeping around, or doing zina, or that person done zina, you're supposed to have like 4 witnesses to prove it. Because generally in the Muslim communities, men and women don't free mix. I know I'm not talking about the culturally Muslim countries. I'm talking about the Muslims that run it by Islamic law, what the Quran says and what the Prophet said. So generally, men and women don't, in the Muslim countries and stuff, they don't mix together. Like, it's segregated as much as possible apart from necessities. So women have their own doctors, men have their own doctors. You know what I'm saying? Men have their own seat in every place in restaurants. Women have their own seats apart from families and stuff like that. So basically what I'm trying to say is that, but this girl is not saying that she witnessed Adnan do zina with someone else. She's a non-Muslim woman and she's saying that you had a kid with me. So what happened is now, at first when this girl said that, I'm going to be honest. And I've talking to the girl now and everything, and like, we're cool now. But originally, when she said that, I was in shock. So I was like, nah, maybe this girl is mistaken. Maybe she had maybe her and Anan had a relationship some long time ago. And Nan is just Raretalks or Andrew or Pennant, So what happened is, I'll be honest with you, when she said it, I was shocked. It's the first time I got something like this, And really, it's just her word, It's just her word. So I deleted her comment. I'm being honest with you, I deleted her comment, She inboxed me and was talking to me, but I deleted her comment off the page. So what happened is, I deleted her comment. So, I've got Adnan's videos up now, And now, a sister contacts me, A sister contacts me and says, look, there's some brothers, One of the brothers you've got on your channel, he's got a because when he run this thing called Hikmah Bookshop now, and check Hikmah Bookshop, like I said, check it. He's gonna take it down now, but you're gonna see Red Talks on there. But he started Red Talks because Hikmah Bookshop is directed to Muslim youth, and he got exposed with by DNA. By a photo, I'm going to show you, yeah, and he closed up shop because he was finished. University Dawah Channel, the biggest Dawah organisation, I think, they cut ties with, everyone cut ties with him. So he rebranded, rebranded, and now he's trying to be like the Kevin Samuels, he's trying to be like, you know, a council estate version of Kevin Samuels and, where is it, in London, an English version, whatever. So what happened here, but, what's happened though? So he's got into relationships, but he wasn't at first, because at first what he was doing with Fend was talking about gangs and stuff. Now it's just women. That's just women. But the point is this, yeah. So what happened is that he was doing the YouTube thing, Hikmah Bookshop. But then what happened is that he also had a marriage site. With Hikmah Bookshop, they had a marriage site. Yeah. So they had Hikmah Bookshop, the YouTube channel. They had a little room in in an internet cafe run by some Somali brothers. They had a room at the back, and I'm not saying the Somali brothers, they had nothing to do, they didn't know what was going on or anything with these guys, but they had a room, they had a little room in the back, yeah. So what happened, and there was another brother that did it with him. I'm not going to mention his name, but he stopped working with him because he found out what he found out what Adnan was up to. But anyway, yeah, and there's a long list. We're going to see a long list of who Adnan talked to. Yeah, and like I said, screen record this. If you want to screen record the whole thing and send it to me, cool. Yeah, I can make this video anytime. I'm going to do a proper one on YouTube. But it's just that, yeah, the reason why I'm actually making this video right now is because Adnan recently had a relationship with some other girl, sister, on YouTube while he's married with 2 wives. Like I said, one wife he's had for 7 years, or around 7 years, and another one for about 2 or 3 years, or whatever, and so forth. But he just had a relationship and this, that, and the other, and so forth. Yeah, and but he used her, like, dashed her away. Okay, she should have done zina with him, but this, that, and the other. But then she started posting them together, and that's why one of his wife has taken off hijab and stuff, and she's like, a man is rock low. Yeah, it's rock low because he just keeps on doing zina and having kids with different people and so forth, and like the guy just won't stop. But I thought that first girl who left the comments, I don't know what, I just rationalized and said, boy, I don't know what, but I've never seen this before. I deleted her comment. She was inboxing me and I was talking to her and listening to her, but I wanted to hear the proof that of Adnan and all this stuff, because it don't make sense. I do a religious place for Muslim boys. Adnan does things for Muslim boys that are in the streets and stuff. Yeah, it's not even a Muslim girl. Yeah, or it's not. Well, it's not a girl, a sister in a hijab or this and the other. But this girl actually told me later on that she was going to become Muslim. And this is how bad and how evil Adnan is. This girl was actually going to become Muslim because she said she was looking to Islam. Yeah, when she was with her Adnan were girlfriend and boyfriend or whatever stuff, because he was like reading certain things or doing certain things. Yeah. But when he used her and dashed her away, yeah, she said, Islam can't be true, because if this guy did this and he's talking about Islam and this, that, and the other, and so forth, then Islam can't be true, because if Islam teaches you about rights and all this kind of stuff, how can you be, having relationships with me and this, that, and the other, and so forth, yeah, talking all this Islam stuff, and then you just use me and then chuck me away. Like, she was going to become, she was looking into it and thinking about it. So I pushed her comment away. Then a sister contacts me and says, look, I was on a train and some guy, the guy that's in your videos, yeah, approached me and asked me, am I looking to get married? Yeah. And he said he has a marriage service. So I was talking to him and she said, I thought it was indecent how he approached me and how he started talking to me and everything and so forth. But, I said, yeah, and I signed up to the marriage thing. And then the guy tried to marry me himself. Normally when you have a marriage site and this, that, and the other, it's not for you to get married. It's for people who you're married already and so forth. Yeah, and you're looking to, help people who are not married to get married. So, but what they're doing now, what he was doing was adding girls to this marriage thing, then basically, chirps in them or chatting her up to become like his zina partner or whatever, or do zina or whatever, get married or whatever, and just use it. So then I heard that one. I was thinking, no, this is now it's another girl. Then what happened? Another sister said they said they would need someone to work in a bookshop and this, that, and the other. She went for the interview and Adnan was flirting with her and this, that, and trying to chat her up and trying to do stuff with her. And I said, no. And then what happened is that another woman contacted me and she said to me, listen, I know Adnan, yeah, is not going to be in his child life. I know he's not going to be in his child life. I know he's got bare kids out there. And I know I know he's sleeping with bare girls. I just want my child, yeah. I just want my child to know who his other siblings, brothers and sisters are, so he doesn't do incest with them when he's older. Because Adnan has bare kids out there. I want him to know who his brothers. Wallahi, she said this. I want my child to know, yeah, who the child's brothers and sisters is, yeah, so that when he's older, he doesn't end up committing, like, having relationships with them, not knowing that's his brother or sister. Because she goes, I know having bare youths out here, yeah. So then after a while, yeah, and then one of Adnan's wife that he was in a marriage with, yeah, but she wanted to get out. And I don't know why, I do a project called Street Odin. It's generally for the Muslim youth that are in males that are in gangs and this, that, and the other. But I also talk about like sisters and how like going out into the zina life and taking off hijab is not good and so forth. And I don't know. There's women that contact me, sisters that contacted me who are in domestic violence, yeah, and then want to get out. I don't know why they've contacted me. Maybe because I speak out about I speak out loudly against like brothers who are like stabbing each other up passionately, and I tell them you can't do that to Allah. I don't know what is, yeah. But what is that a lot of people, yeah, they when they get into relationships, yeah, and when I talk about domestic violence, I don't want people to think, yeah, because a lot of people. Now I'm Muslim and I'm talking about domestic violence. A lot of non-Muslims who might be watching this might be thinking, oh, see, Muslims, domestic violence, and Muslims, beat their wives, all this crap. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, yeah. Do you know in England, yeah, England is not, I think, is generally, like the largest population of people in English are, white people. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't believe white or black is better than Irish. Yeah, we're not Nation of Islam. We're not some racist people that believe black people are gods and white people are devils. Nation of Islam and Sunni, normal, Salafi Islam, mainstream Islam, they got nothing to do with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you call yourself Muslim, if you believe white people are evil and black people are gods and this, that and the other, you're not a Muslim. You can stick Muslim all over yourself. Yeah. So Nation of Islam, we don't believe they're Muslims and they're racist. Yeah. But the point is this. Yeah. I want to say this is that the vast majority of people in this country are white people. Yeah. Now the thing is, do you know that in this country, in England, yeah, blacks and Asians and everyone else, and Arabs, we make up the minority. Do you know in this country, in England, not in Afghanistan, not in Pakistan, not in Africa, yeah. Do you know 2 people die a week from domestic violence? 2 women a week are killed. A week, not a month, not a year. 2 women a week, yeah, are killed, yeah, by their partners by domestic violence. So if the big chunk of people, yeah, who are in England are white, yeah, and black and Asians and stuff are a minority in this country, and I wouldn't say that. I'm not saying in Africa, obviously, or a country that's mixed with more black population, you're going to find a domestic. What I'm trying to say is that domestic violence, yeah, is not tied to any race or religion or this, that, and the other, and so forth. Yeah. The point I'm trying to make to you is that domestic violence happens everywhere, and even like sexual abuse. I'm sure there's many black people. Yeah. If you work with women, you'll find that so many black women have gone through sexual abuse, normally through an uncle or something, or a family member. So, like, let's not be brainwashed about domestic violence on Muslims. It's like if you go up in this country, I'm sorry, but you've been brainwashed. Yeah. For example, if you think of the word immigrants now, if I think about immigrants coming to this country, You don't think about people from Spain and Italy and Europe, like how can I say, Italy, Spain, New Zealand, Australia. When I say immigrants coming here, you think about dark-skinned people. Yeah. So the point I'm trying to say to you is that what a lot of people do, with domestic violence, when a woman's in domestic violence, the man like Anan, what they will do, they will manipulate them and talk and use psychology to make them feel like crap. And nearly every woman or sister that's come to me about domestic violence, she's always believed that she's done something. That man has always made her believe that she's doing something, to receive the beatings. And this is just how it is, because people manipulate people. People manipulate people. So what happened after I got all these complaints? Once I got all these complaints from different women, I started to realize, maybe the first one was a hater. Maybe, like, even though I know now she wasn't a hater, but the first one one woman might be a hater, 2 women might be a hater, 3, 4. But when you get over like 10 people contacting you saying the same thing, about a person, and this is a religious figure as well. This is someone that's telling youth to fix up in it. And a lot of these, like, girls and stuff, you're thinking, why are they all saying this thing about this one person? And Nan's not rich. He's not famous. He hasn't got, he's not a celebrity. So why are they doing it? Like I said, Anan ain't got no dinya. He was working at EE, and there's nothing wrong with that. But he hasn't got his own place. So this thing, like maybe basketball players and maybe football players and maybe rappers and all this stuff, they got girls trying to get money and all this kind of stuff off of him. And then ain't got any of that. None of that. You get what I'm saying? And so forth, So the whole thing is I thought, after a while I thought, nah. So what I did is, this is what I did. So this is what I did. What I did, is I started making videos about people, who give advice to the youth, but they are raving, smoking, drinking, sleeping around, But I didn't mention any names. So I kept on making these videos, and every time a nan would come in the comments and say, Aki, how could you accuse people of sleeping around and smoking and raving and this, that and the other and blah, blah, blah. But you ain't got evidence. I said, Anan, I'm not talking, I never mentioned anyone's name. I said, Anan, why you're the only person in the comments, when I make these videos about people giving like dawah or giving advice to youth, but they're doing the same thing. No one else is in the comments arguing and saying, why are you talking bad? Why are you judging people with this, that? You're the only one that's coming up in the comments. I never mentioned no names. And sometimes it's permissible that if someone is doing something, you can mention them by name. So every time I do these videos, he would come up in the comments, He would come up in the comments. But the thing was, it was hard. It was hard to come out against Adnan, because when he is when he's sleeping with these girls, no one's there. It's just him and the girl. Now the whole thing is this, cool. No one's there. It's just his word and her word. Okay, then babies start coming, But what happens is that the girl doesn't want to come out. One, because she shouldn't have been doing zina. So it's wrong. She shouldn't be doing zina. But we both admit this. If the girl is doing zina with him and you have a baby with him, as someone who's telling kids, don't sleep around, don't rave, don't smoke, don't drink, the least you can do is at least look after that youth. So Anan, first of all, the girls didn't want to come out because not only that, Anan, his ex-wife, contacted me. And she told me what Anan was doing to her. One of the things Anan did to her, because Anan does jiu-jitsu. He does some jiu-jitsu, And Anan, if you're watching this, I'm not scared of me. You know, I do security as work. I wrap up people for a living. And there's 3 times when you bluff like, you're going to do me something good, this, that, and the other. And I approached you. And what do you say to me? Oh, I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to what'd you say to me? The 3 times you tried to go on like you want to bluffing like you're going to do something with that. I'll approach you 3 times when it was just me and you. Yeah? And what do you say to me? You think I'm going to fight you? You think I'm going to fight you with fists? He said, the youth don't fight with fists. The youth don't fight with you. I don't know why you said talking about the youth for. You're 35. You said the youth don't fight with fists no more. The youth don't fight with fists. I'm going to go get my gun. I'm going to go get my gun. So, Adnan, you could do this Oscar acting and all this stuff and this, that, and the other and so forth, yeah? Like, I'm not one of your wives. I'm not a female. I'm not scared of you. I have physical interactions with people on a daily basis. It's my job, bruv. And you know me, just me and you, to your face, wallahi. You said that to me. When you was going on, like, taking your jump off, I went in front of your face. And you said, what, you think I'm going to fight you with fists? The youth don't fight with fists. I don't know why you're saying that. You're not a youth, Adnan. I don't think if you realise that, you're not a youth. Yeah? I'm going to go and get my gun. And there was one time there was witnesses there. You said that in the masjid. I'm going to get my gun. I'm going to go. Get out of here, man. But the thing is this, Adnan, is that his wife contacted me, yeah, and she told me that Adnan, and the reason why I knew she wasn't lying, because she didn't know me and I didn't know her. But I knew that Adnan does some jiu-jitsu with the little youths and stuff like that. And he put in a figure 4 leg lock against her will. And when she told me that, I knew she wasn't lying, because how's she going to know that he, like, she didn't know how to explain it properly, but she said when you put you got your arms locked and then you put your legs around my arm and stuff, and has you in a position like where you can't move like that and so forth. I knew that she wasn't just making it up, because she could just say, Adnan grabbed me and whatever and so forth. And this other sister who just came out recently said that Adnan was strangling and holding on the floor, and she hit him with an ashtray, and she also pulled out a knife on him. And then what's wrong with that? Of course, if a man who's 6 foot something and so forth, yeah, what is it? It's strangling a woman. Of course you hit him with something. I don't know why she was apologising. But anyway, the point I'm trying to say is that when it started coming together, because Adnan's ex-wife tried to think, she wanted to get out of the marriage, yeah, but most sisters that contacted me in domestic abuse, the guy has mentally made them think that it's their fault why they're getting beaten up, that they've done something wrong, that they deserve to get beaten up. Yeah, this happens most of the time. But what happened? What ended Adnan? Yeah, this is what ended Adnan. Adnan has most probably slept around with so many women, yeah, that he was angering non-Muslim women, Muslim women, practicing sisters and non-practicing sisters, that someone posted a photo of, and you got to remember, while Adnan's sleeping around and having all these kids and doing all this stuff, he's telling youth, he's talking in universities, he's speaking regularly at some Islamic institutes, because we don't know anything. A girl, look, think about your girl, your girl, you've done something with someone who is on YouTube, who speaks a lot, yeah? You don't have a platform, you're not a speaker, you're not an activist, you do something with someone, yeah? And now, that person has an audience. You don't have an audience, you just have your friends and stuff on sort of social media and so forth. Maybe you don't even have social media. But now, yeah, let's say you're a Muslim girl. Okay, you're a Muslim girl, yeah, because we know Adnan, he uses his lives and his talking, yeah, to draw the girls in. So he uses a lot of manipulation. Like, he can be talking, and like one video went famous, yeah, and got tens of thousands of views. He's in the cover, he's in the bed sheet, yeah, and he's saying, hijabi women, you're the best, and he's pulling the sheets over him. He's doing all this like manipulation skills, like, while he's talking about things, yeah. So what happens is that, okay, cool, like, he somehow manages to start chatting to this girl. They do zina, it's wrong. Say some Muslim girl, it's wrong, they both shouldn't do it, cool. Now the thing is this, now the girl's thinking, like, the girl's really thinking that she's gonna get married and they're gonna live happily ever after and have a family and be open and this and that. But he doesn't. He uses her for sex and zina a few times, then dashes her and then move on to the next one. So now she's hurt. Now she done wrong. She shouldn't have done zina, and this is why Allah tells us, you know, you only do marriage where both families meet each other, and what happens is that, yeah, everyone, comes together, like, before you do anything, and everyone knows before you do anything with someone, when you get married, you know, I say you meet the brothers face to face, whether they're practicing or roadman, the father face to face. You know, like, everyone knows who everyone is, so there's no getting someone pregnant and then dusting away. You know what I'm saying? But when you just have this girlfriend-boyfriend thing, when it's just you and another man, then what happens? And then can just keep on use you for a few times, yeah? And people like, and then use you for a few times, dash you, and move on to the next chick. Your family didn't know about it, your brothers didn't know about it, but think about it. Non-Muslims as well, think about it. If every relationship you had with a man, yeah, he sat down with your father and your brothers, yeah, and the males of your family, and they know who you are and they know who your family is and stuff. How many people are gonna get breed up and dust away with, and then just dust away? You can't do that, because if a brother is practicing or he's from road, you ain't gonna use my sister like that. And that's why Adnan only deals with sisters that don't have brothers or male family members, because he would be dead by now. He makes sure most of the time the girls are very, very young, yeah, and he asks her whether they have like brothers and sisters and so forth, yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is that, look, the thing is that if a girl gets used from zina and she doesn't have a platform, a social media platform, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. And Nan's just gonna say you're a lie. He's gonna call you a hoe. He's gonna say this, that, and the other, whatever. And yeah, you shoot off the zina, but if you have a kid from him, if you have a kid with him, and Nan is not some roadman who's shot in drugs and this, that, and the other. He's telling youth, yeah. He's telling youth, yeah, to work, not to drink, not to party, not to this, that, and the other. The least you can do if you have a youth with that person is look after that youth. So the whole thing is that what finished Adnan was this, yeah. What finished Adnan is that he must have annoyed so many women, yeah, that one day, yeah, there was someone posted, sent a photo to like someone who knew to us lot who knew that we were talking about Adnan. Yeah, some non-Muslim posted a picture of Adnan, yeah, in a nightclub. Yeah, this time he's married. Yeah, this time he's married. Yeah, he's been married for like 7 years to this girl. Like I said, this sister has now like taken off hijab. Her man is rock low. And so forth. Yeah, because he just openly like doing like zina and so forth, and she knows about these relationships. Yeah. So what happened now? This person posted a picture of Adnan, yeah, with his big bed in the club, yeah, with his arm around a lady and holding some big hench bottle. Yeah. This is the picture, yeah. Can you see it? Type if you can see it. Can you see it? This ring light is messing things up. Can you not see the picture? Can you not see it? You can't see. Can you see now? Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. You can see now, yeah? You can see, yeah? You can see. You must be able to see now. You can see now. You must be able to see now. Okay. So this was the same time he was doing Hikmah Bookshop. Yeah? So at the same time he was doing... Okay. So at the same time he was doing this, look at this, yeah?
There's not one person that's not a sinner. Every single person under the sun of Adam is a sinner, and he's going to make big mistakes. But raving and drinking, you become a fasik when you do this, because when you start to rave and you drink, raving, you're open to the sin, meaning that you're doing an open sin.
This was in a nightclub.
Goes home and he drinks alcohol in the comfort of his house. Nobody knows. It's between him and his
That
mother.
picture is in a nightclub.
Allah might forgive him. But somebody who comes out into a rave, he is a fasik because he's doing it in front of people for them to see. He doesn't have no hayat with it. He doesn't have no hayat. He doesn't.
That was in a nightclub.
Doing this sin, and it says in that hadith by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, everyone will be forgiven their sins except for the person who done their sins in open.
That picture, this picture was taken in a nightclub at a Christmas party, and it was public on Instagram. Yeah, look, look, and I got the receipts. I got time today. See, this picture is that you can't see it. Yeah, that is the girl in the front. This is the nightclub. It was a Christmas party. Yeah, that's the girl in the picture. And Nani's at the back, but he's dark. Yeah. And Nani's at the back, but you can't see because he's dark skinned, yeah? So, and Nani's in the back of the crowd, yeah? And Nani's hair. Yeah? And Nani's that hair, yeah? He's right at the back, yeah? He's dark. You won't be able to see it, yeah? But, so this was a Christmas party, yeah? And we gave Anan, yeah? The multiple chances. Before we shared it to social media, we sent it to him on WhatsApp, yeah? So remember, yeah? Hold on. Not only that. He's talking about public sinning, yeah? He's talking about public sinning, yeah? Hold on a sec. Okay. This is another picture, yeah? Okay, this is Adnan in work. Most people won't be able to see it, yeah? But what's that Adnan at work, yeah? He's at work, yeah? Or he's at some dude. That's Adnan and about 5 girls, yeah? In one little triangle thing. And he's talking about free mixing. If you look up the word free mixing on a dictionary, yeah? This picture will come up. How can you be, this is like a playground or something, yeah? And I think he's out with work and stuff. And Adnan, there's bare girls in there. Anan is in there somewhere. And Anan, guys, if I turn off the ring light, yeah? Bro. Guys, that's what it's like. If I turn off the ring light, that's what it's like. I can't turn off the ring light, bro. I can't turn off the ring light. If I turn off the ring light, then the picture's awful. Hold on. But anyway. But look. I want to play, yeah. I want to play it again, yeah.
Every single person under the sun of Adam is a sinner.
But I want to show you. Let me put a magnifier, yeah. Let me put a. That is the night, yeah? That's the girl. All these people there. It's a nightclub, yeah? And as you can see, it was public. Hold on. And this picture was at one club. This picture has one club and one club shoot. Christmas party. Yeah? The only picture from last night at one club, one studios, one club. Yeah? Cool. Anyway, so I want you to remember this. Watch this now.
And he's going to make big mistakes. But raving and drinking. And when it comes to transgressing his bounds and transgressing his laws, because we will stand in front of him on the day of judgment, and none of us are free from sins. All of us are sinners. There's not one person that's not a sinner. Every single person under the sun. of Adam is a sinner, and he's going to make big mistakes. Like raving and drinking, you become a fasik when you do this. Because when you start to rave and you drink, raving, you're open to the sin. Meaning that you're doing an open sin. If a person goes home and he drinks alcohol in the comfort of his house, nobody knows. It's between him and his Lord. If he makes tawbah, Allah might forgive him. But somebody who comes out into a rave, he is a fasik because he's doing it in front of people for them to see. He doesn't have no hayat with it. He doesn't have no hayat. He doesn't care that people are watching him doing this sin. And it says in a hadith by the Prophet ﷺ, everyone will be forgiven their sins except for the person who done their sins in open. So Allah covered them in the night, but then in the morning, they get up and they start saying, yeah, last night man was raving, was doing this. And in the morning he covered their sins, but in the night they go out and they start saying, yeah man, this morning was crazy man, you should saw what I was doing with that girl. It's like, you are messing up yourself. You're becoming a witness.
And you know what happened, yeah? And you know what, yeah? When we didn't put this public first, yeah? We sent this to Annan, yeah? And you know what Annan said when we posted that, yeah? When we posted, he said that. Do you know what he said he said to the brother, this is props, yeah? What do you mean props? He said, my work forced me to go. So we like said to Annan, what are you talking about? Your work forced you to go. What do you mean? First of all, a Christmas party. We don't celebrate Christmas. We don't believe that God was born on the 25th, that the creator of the sun, the moon, the stars and the skies was born in a barnyard, and 3 wise men came and brought in frankincense and myrrh, and that little baby that was crying and wetting himself and pooing himself, that's the creator of the universe. That is Allah. That is God Almighty. We don't believe Jesus is God. We believe Jesus is a prophet and so forth. This is one of the worst sins you could say. Like, it's about to celebrate a day when people say that God became a baby, or God was a weak little baby, you know, that was dependent on other people. That's one of the main things that's different from Islam and other religions. We say that the creator is not dependent on anyone. Human, men, women, we're dependent on the earth, on the creation, on food and so forth, for sustenance. The creator is free from that. But anyway, when we said that to him, he said, work forced you to do it. So what are you talking about? No one forced you to do that. And that picture was public. That picture was public, yeah, and was up and available. Because Annan thinks in his head, he thinks that Annan, when I was putting out Annan's videos, he just thought he was so smart that even no one would see that video. None of these girls he slept with, yeah, or had kids from and stuff is going to see the video. Or, yeah, that, yeah, somehow he's just going to avoid it or talk his way out of it. So when we sent him that picture, he said, work forced me to do that. How are they forced to? So what you're saying, your managers, yeah, they drove past you in balaclavas in a black van, yeah? Like they're 18 or something, and you was walking down the street and they pulled you in a van, they pulled you in a nightclub, they put that big hench alcohol bottle in your hand, yeah? They put your arm around the girl. What are you talking about? Work forced you to do it. Thought you bad man, no one could tell you nothing. Yeah. Work never forced you to do that. You willingly went along. And the thing is, look, Annan's got like a big bed, yeah. You can tell he's a Muslim, yeah. That's a pose for a camera. That means someone took the picture. It's in a nightclub. Lots of people are there. You've got your big bed. People know you're Muslim, yeah. You what is it? You're holding the hench thing. You got your arm around it, and you're married, bruv. At this moment, you're married to a woman, a hijabi. She was a hijabi then. But you just thought I'm Adnan. You know what I'm saying? You just thought I'm gonna get away with it. Like now, you think, the non-Muslim community, yeah, the non-Muslim community, yeah. I'm just gonna keep on blasting women about relationships and stuff, and they're not gonna know that I've got bare youths all over the place, yeah. Look, so what happened is that picture came out. So that picture, okay, I can show you the shade bar now, yeah. I can show you the. I don't actually. It's not. I don't think it's gonna show up because because it's dark. But okay. So when that picture came out, Shade Borough, You can see the logo, yeah? I'm sure you can see the logo. Yeah. There's a shape or a logo. Anyway, they put something out on him. Some guy on Twitter posted, you know, a video of him, you know, in the bed sheets and so forth, yeah? Like, basically, like, flirting with sisters in his hijab, saying, yeah, hijabis, you're the best women that are out there because you wear your hijab and your jilbab and all this kind of, and he's in bed, like, lying in bed with the covers and stuff, yeah? Over him and stuff, and he's just, like, flirting. And then what happened is the final nail in the coffin was, yeah, I posted it to all my social media, and I made 3 YouTube videos. I done one video talking about, like this now, yeah, talking about how I met Adnan. The second one was with his ex-wife, because alhamdulillah, we managed to get her out of that marriage. And then the third one was me talking to Adnan, because the masjid told Adnan to stay away from social media. The mosque told Adnan, yeah, to stay away from social media. They've got reports from so forth, and they're looking into it and so forth. And then eventually the final nail in the coffin was the DNA test. And that's it. I've posted them. They're up on my Instagram now. What happened is that the Imam of a masjid came to Adnan and said, listen, I've been getting complaints from like lots of different sisters and women, yeah, non-Muslim women, that you've been sleeping around and having kids, yeah, and you're disowning them, yeah, you're denying that you're having these kids, and you're at the same time you're telling Muslim boys not to sleep around and rave and party and this, that, and the other and so forth. Like, okay, forget the not telling the boys not to sleep around and you're doing it yourself, yeah. These kids are your kids, yeah. I want you, yeah, to swear by Allah, yeah, because swearing by Allah in a Muslim community is a big thing. Like, because obviously if you believe in Allah and you believe in the Message and you swear by Allah by something, yeah, and you swear by Allah by something and you ask Allah, you know, to if I'm lying, to punish me, yeah, we believe in it. So the Imam asked him to swear by Allah that these kids are not yours, yeah, because he's the Imam. Lots of people are contacting him. So they were contacting him, yeah, and they were saying, yeah, what is it? They were saying that he was saying that it's not his kids, but the Imam asked him to swear by Allah. So Adnan said, no, I won't swear by Allah, yeah, I won't swear by Allah, but I will take a lie detector test. Why won't you swear by Allah? Why would you what is it, swear? Why would you swear by Allah? Why wouldn't you swear by Allah? So the Imam asked him over and over again to swear by Allah that the kids are not his. He said, I won't swear by Allah, but I'll do a lie detector test. He said, cool, do a lie detector test. The coward never turned up for the lie detector test. So what they did was this, yeah. The sister that was married to him, they took the DNA from a child that everybody knew was Adnan, because he was married to her, publicly in a community, everything, so forth. So they took the DNA for that child and they matched it, yeah. They tested it with the DNA from the other kids, and the kids were his. And the DNA results are on my Instagram now. I've posted them. That's what took me so long. I've posted them all now. Yeah. Now the whole thing is this, yeah. So the whole thing is this, yeah. And as for those people that say children from zina and stuff are in the Islamic, because in the Islamic State, yeah, that you're saying children from zina are not his business. Okay, I'm going to say this to you. If that child is, yeah, your child, you're a Muslim man, yeah, and you have kids with a woman, yeah, a non-Muslim woman or a kid from zina, who's going to give that kid dawah? Who's going to be that kid's blueprint of what it's like to be a man in this society? We know that in the Muslim countries where run by Sharia and stuff like that, that holding a family together is very important, because once the family's gone, everything is gone. And just look at the statistics of people growing up in single parent families and so forth, yeah? When you don't have a father to discipline, or you don't have a blueprint of what a man is. You don't see a man leave in the morning, going to work clean and coming back late at night tired from working, whether it's in his tradesman uniform, whether he's a plumber, electrician, or he's working retail, whether it be Tesco, Sainsbury's or Boots, or whether he's got his own business. when you don't have a man, you don't know how to be a man in this society. So all you people saying about children from zina and this, that, and so forth, who is going to give dawah to that child? Who's going to give that child guidance? Okay, the zina was wrong and the thing was wrong and so forth, but that child is in this world now. So you're saying whoever's saying this crap, yeah. So whoever says anything, yeah. I'm saying this. This is what I'm saying. That child. Who is going to give that child dawah, and who is going to give that child guidance, yeah? And who is going to teach that how is he going to know about Islam, that child? So in your sick mind, you think people should just go zina, have kids everywhere and not look after them. And then when that person grows up, goes through foster care or raised, with a struggling mother and wants nicer things and this, that, and the other, and he just decides to take it and stab you or someone else or break into or rob off license, you want to buy with them. You lot are sick. You lot are sick. So, okay, cool. If you're cool with people just having zina, yeah, and having kids everywhere and not looking after them, cool. When that kid stabs some, grows up without a father and feels hurt because other people have got two dads, because other people have got night trainers, this type of trainers, other people, live in a nice area and they want to get out. Yeah, or they just lives filled with urine and spit, yeah, and so forth. And he just wants to take things because he ain't got patience. He doesn't know what it's like to be a man, apart from watching rap videos. So he decides to take it and he stabs someone in the offer license. Yeah, your uncle, your auntie, just shut up, man. Shut up. Anyway, the point I'm trying to say, the DNA test came out and said that those babies and so forth. And the reason why I know that Anan has like 10 plus kids and he has even more now, yeah, is that we had a meeting, yeah, because we were going back and forth. We were going back and forth on me and Nan after I promoted him and he started speaking at universities and masjids and stuff because I promoted him and I put him in touch with one of the biggest dawah organisations and he's speaking regularly with the masjids and so forth. When I found out and it was over and a picture came out and I was talking to all these different women and stuff like that, and then what happened? All these different things will happen. I started pushing it because I pushed him out like it was myself and I promoted him like myself. It's only right that because I introduced him to everyone that I've got to say something. I've got to say something now because I'm responsible for him being out with everyone. And I just thought he was a good guy in the community. So just as much as I promoted, I started speaking out. Yeah, I started speaking out against him and so forth. So one time, yeah, there was a time when we would go Jummah at the same masjid. So one time I went to a masjid. Yeah, I went to a masjid for Jummah and he was there too. So what happened is that he said, Salam alaikum. Yeah, he says, come, I want to speak to you. Come, we go round the corner. And we all know when it ends when someone said come round the corner, what that means. I said, I ain't got nothing to talk to you about. Just stop giving dawah to these youths and telling them to fix up while you're sleeping around and having babies everywhere. And I said it loud outside the masjid in front of everyone. Yeah? So he said, now come we talk. So I said, cool, I've done this before. Yeah? So we crossed over the road, it was just me and him. I said, do whatever you think you're going to do. He didn't do nothing. So he kept on talking like he's going to do something, blah, 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 blah. The Imam told us to go inside the masjid. Yeah? So the Imam comes, says, go inside. We go inside the masjid and this, that, and the other, so forth. He starts taking off his jabber like he's going to fight or something, yeah? So then what happens, I take off my blazer because I'm in my work clothes, in. So I approach him, yeah? And he said, what? You think I'm going to fight you with fists? You think I'm going to fight with fists? The youth don't fight with fists, yeah? I'm going to go and get my gun. I said, you ain't even got a gun. But just whatever. Go get your stupid gun. So the whole thing is this, yeah? The whole thing is that he got finished in the Muslim community because of the photo, because of Shade Barra, because of this other guy on Twitter that retweeted him going live and how he's flirting with sisters while doing dawah and stuff, and by the DNA stuff. So he's finished. He got finished in the Muslim community. Done. Finished. Everyone, the masjids, blacklisted. The universities, blacklisted. Yeah, Hikmah bookshop, finished. All the comments in the video, he turned them off. He turned the comments off on the video on Hikmah bookshop. So Adnan, he didn't learn. Adnan didn't learn. He just thought these people are dumb. These people are dumb. He just said that these people are dumb. You know what? I'm Adnan. These people got lower IQ than me. So what he done? He rebrand. Raretalks. Okay, Raretalks. Yeah. But let me tell you something else as well. If you go to YouTube, Adnan had I'm going to talk about his relationships now, podcast relationships. Adnan, yeah, he is very charismatic in that he can fool people. He smiles, he busts his jokes and this, that and the other. But when you're around Adnan, yeah, when you're around Adnan for hours and days and months, yeah, you get to know the real him. And the real Adnan is that he can never be in a mutual relationship with someone. The person he's in a relationship with, male or female, like friend relationship or zina relationship or whatever, he always has to have them lower. So what happens when Adnan first meets you, yeah, he will like be kind to you and this, that and the other. Then out of the blue, Adnan will try to boy you off. Adnan will try to belittle you and talk to you like a waste man. And the thing is, if you don't check Adnan, from that day onwards, he will treat you like crap. Yeah? He will treat you crap. So look, Adnan had a Hikmah bookshop, but he also had a channel. If you type into YouTube quick before he takes it down, because I know he's watching this on one of his fake accounts. Adnan had Journey with the Quran. Yeah? Do you know why Journey with the Quran stopped? Journey with the Quran wasn't to do with Muslim youths in gangs and stuff. Journey with the Quran was just talking about how to memorize the Quran, tajweed, all this kind of stuff. Yeah? Memorizing and the virtues of memorizing. You know what happened with that? There was 4 other people that he was doing it with. You know what? Adnan got into an argument with them. And he told them guys that he's going to shoot them too. Yeah? So it fell apart. Go type in Journey with the Quran and you'll see a whole bunch of videos with Adnan in it. And you'll see that there's no more videos there, no more. That fell apart. Hikmah bookshop he did with another brother. Yeah? I'm not going to mention his name. He no longer does anything with him because when we started exposing him, we exposed him to that brother. That brother no longer works with him. So he started up Raretalks with a guy called Friend now. Yeah? Fend. Yeah? He's a rapper from the black community. Yeah? Okay. They did that for a few months. But what did Adnan do? You'll see in a few podcasts, Adnan starts talking to him like a boy. Like, starts making a joke about him, about some subjects. He doesn't do it once, he doesn't do it twice. He keeps on doing it. So then what ends up happening, Friend leaves him because he's disrespecting him. Then he had a podcast with a girl. He had a podcast with this other girl. Few podcasts done. What? And then starts treating her like crap. Okay, now he's got some new guy. I don't know this new guy, whether he's a family member, or he's a thing. But I can guarantee you, this ain't going to last for long. But the thing is this. Don't believe me. Don't believe me about anything I say. Ask Adnan. Just ask Adnan. How many kids do you have? You're talking about relationships. Because remember, when Fend was there, yeah? When Fend was there, the talk was about coming from the streets, yeah? To leaving that lifestyle. Even though Fend wasn't a Muslim, he was just saying that how, getting into gangs and stuff, is long and the knife crime and all this kind of stuff, yeah? Cool. The podcast is no longer about that. Because what Adnan does, yeah, you got to understand this psychology. Even though Adnan's talking and stuff is about putting down women and belittling them and saying they're crap and this, that and the other, he's also flirting while he talks. He's also putting that thug, that aspect that certain women like that thug bad boy acts like this, that and the other and so forth out there. And he's also, occasionally does sensitive things and stuff like that for women and this, that and the other. So trust me, no matter if he's dissing women out sort of thing, he's still drawing them in. He's a manipulator. You got to understand that about Adnan. Yeah? So you got to ask yourself, Adnan has to ask himself this question. Adnan, you fell out with Hussein or Jason Thomas. Yeah? You fell out with Hussein or Jason Thomas. Why? Why did you fall out with me? Why? Unless I'm just a hater that I went and filmed you. I did your conference story. I did all that film. I edited all that stuff. I chopped it up into those 2-hour conversations, into lots of things. I put an intro in it. You know what I'm saying? I put all your social media on it and stuff like that. And I pushed it out. And then what happened? I just woke up one day and said, nah, sorry guys, this guy I promoted to you, I just hate him now. I just hate him. I'm jealous of him because he's got money, even though he works at EE. I'm famous of him because he's rich and he doesn't have his own place. I'm jealous of him because he's got each video on Hikmah Bookshop only gets like a few hundred views and so forth. Oh, so I'm gonna rip him down. I built you up and I promoted you to everyone just so I can pull you down because I'm a hater. Okay, cool, I'm a hater. Okay, the people you did, the brother that you did Hikmah Bookshop, yeah? Is he a hater too? Why is he a hater? He's a hater. He just woke up one morning and stopped working with you because he's a hater. Cool. Okay, the ones that journey Quran with you, because none of these journey, because they're all different people. We're all separate. We all got our own projects. The people with Journey of the Quran, they're haters too. They're haters. They're part of the Illuminati as well. Cool. Fend, yeah? He's not Muslim and so forth. Like, he's just a hater too. He's a hater. He's a hater. Even though he was putting work into the project like you. Okay, cool. That girl that was doing a video with you, yeah? Yeah? She's a hater too. She's a hater, part of the Illuminati as well. Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, the DNA, the masjid, yeah? And the masajid and the universities that so to speak, they're haters. They're part of the Illuminati. Yeah? Oh, the DNA tests and the scientists, yeah? They're part of the DNA and the DNA, the people that do the DNA, they're the haters too. So the DNA, Hussein, Journey with the Quran, Fend, where is it? The girl that was doing a podcast, and the brother that did Hikmah were all haters who are trying to bring that Adnan down from his great platform. Get out of here, man. No, Adnan. Adnan, yes, you got away with it for most of your life. Up to you're 35 now, and you got away with it. And you outsmarted everyone for a long time and this, that, and the other. But London is a small place, bruv. It's a small place. And just like you got blacklisted and finished in the Muslim community, you think that the non-Muslims are not going to find out. But they're going to find out. And your kids, these kids, yeah, the way I know that Adnan's got 10 plus kids is, one, the women that were always contacting me. And they would say, look, I don't even want to be with Adnan and so forth. I just want him, the father, I just want the father to, the son to know his father and who his brothers and sisters are. Like, I know that Adnan just used me for whatever, this or whatever. So I just want this kid now. The least he could do is look after his kids. And do you know how evil this guy is? I used to just think that Adnan, there's a time when I thought Adnan is a mixture of bad and good and bad, yeah. I really think Adnan is an evil person now. You know why? When someone sent me that Adnan has rebranded and was doing Raretalks, yeah, I saw he bought all this podcast equipment and he was in a studio. And I did a video and I said, like, why don't you spend... You got kids that need nappies. You got kids that need food. You got kids that need clothing, and you're buying all this podcast equipment to talk about To talk about the black community and you are the problem. Adnan is the problem. Adnan and men like Adnan are the problem in the black community. Fathers that are having kids everywhere, yeah, and they're not in their life. The problem with the main problem with the black community, after not having guidance and Hiyah and Quran and Sunnah and guidance of the prophets and this, that, and the other, and the rest of the Salaf and this, that, is fathers. No, I'm not talking about exception to rule. We know there's now you've got podcasts of fathers trying to be in their life. I'm not talking about you. If you're a father who's trying to be in your kid's life and the baby mother, doesn't, you and the baby mother don't go, she's stopping from seeing your children. I'm not talking about that. But I know I'm talking about the majority of men. I grew up on a council estate in Battersea. Yeah, I know the majority of us, we didn't know our fathers. Yeah, and it wasn't because the mothers were stopping them. If a father was like and so forth, they weren't fighting no court system and no thing to come and see us. Yeah, I'm talking about the biggest problem we have in the black community. Yeah, is kids out of is not having families, bro. That's the main problem. The main problem we have is people like Adnan. How can you be talking about relationships and you've got kids everywhere? And the reason why I know is because of them, all them women that were contacting. Not only that, we had a meeting The Imam, me, Adnan, his wife was there. He's got 2 wives at the moment. Yeah. The one I was talking about, the Imam is very low because Adnan's just doing zina and having kids everywhere. Yeah. And it's just mashing her up. And you've got another one. Unfortunately, this one aids him in it. And the thing is, she got a project for orphans in Africa somewhere. She needs to set up one for the Adnan's orphans. How can you have a project for orphans in Africa or Gambia or one of these places? I'm not talking about Spot or any of these places. Spot, beautiful thing, sponsoring this out. But there's someone who has a thing, has an organisation for kids in Africa, and they're married to someone who bloody, and this was after they were told, she's seen the picture of him in a club, and what is it, and heard all these kids was in, and their man told her not to marry him, but she married him anyway, and she supports him, she retweets his stuff, she pushes it out there, but you know, some people, they just want to fuck. But anyway, the point is this, yeah, the point is this. You need to start an organisation for the orphans of London, bruv. By Adnan or Adjanju or bloody Raretalks. That's what you need to do. Yeah? And the whole thing is this, yeah? So basically, what is that now we had a meeting because we were going back and forth. Yeah? And on social media and this, that, and the other and so forth. So the Imams like asked Adnan to stay away from social media. Yeah? And so forth, and not to do, not to stay, not do dawah to the youths and tell them to stay away from sleeping around and so forth, yeah. And what happened is that the Imam also told me, don't go back and forth with him, Hussein and this, that, and the other. You've exposed him, this, that, and the other. We're researching into it. This was before the DNA came out. And in that meeting, yeah, I said, Adnan, I know, yeah, these women that are all contacting me, I blew it away at first, but when over 10 women start contacting you, yeah, and so forth, and they're saying, listen, these kids, yeah, that I've got from Adnan and so forth, yeah, I want the kid to meet Adnan, not for me, but just to know who his dad is. He doesn't know who his dad is, yeah. Adnan, yeah, basically, he was keeping silent, yeah, and like I said, Adnan, it's at least 10 plus. You've gone into double figures. I know from the women that are contacting me and so forth. And Adnan was saying, you don't know how many kids I've got. So then his ex-wife said, and then this was at that time, it's at least 9. And then shut up. Because the ex-wife knows the other women. Yeah? She knows the other women. And then went silent. And since then, Adnan's had bare kids since then. Yeah? But the thing is this, the thing is this. Adnan, I'm not going to do this forever. I've done it and I was finished. The only reason I'm making this is because my old videos that exposed you and were done years ago, yeah, they were up, yeah, and you recently you've tried to take them down. I heard just the other day you posted a video, you posted that my video was taken down for defamation because that's what YouTube do. If you say to YouTube, this person has defamed me, YouTube takes it down and then, yeah, they message me and say, do you want to contest this? And I'm contesting this. But it doesn't matter that YouTube take it down. You could do that with anyone. You could say that this person spoke about me wrongly. Adnan, the DNA test here cannot be taken down. These kids you have all over London, you cannot take them out of real life, Adnan. These are breathing parts of you. You slept with them. It's not bad enough that you were telling you not to sleep around and not to, rave and club and mix with girls and this, that, and the other. While you was doing it, can you imagine that picture of him in the club? The day before he posted, I'm teaching 40 hadith. I'm going through 40 hadith. I think it was a Friday. He posted it. We're going through 40 hadith. You've come to the masjid, blah, 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 blah. The next day, he was in that nightclub with his hand around that girl. And he's married, to a hijabi woman at that time. And he's saying, yeah, how do you do that? Yeah, how do you do that, yeah? And then the next day you do that. And the picture, you can see it's a pose. Someone took a picture. They took a picture, it's in a club. But it's Adnan thinks he's a narcissist. He believes Hussein is dumb. My ex-wife is dumb. You know what I'm saying? Friend is dumb. That female podcaster is dumb. They're all dumb. I got speech. I got magic in my speech. I can get around it. Somehow I'm gonna get around it. So I heard he's got an event coming up on the 25th. Don't believe me. Just ask Adnan. Just ask Adnan. How many kids do you have? From how many different women? Just ask him. He's a public figure. He's talking about relationships, yeah? He's talking about relationships. So if he's talking about relationships and women and how people act in relationships, then this is fraud. Okay, you're giving people advice, yeah? You're giving people advice. So the thing is this, okay, how many kids do you have, Adnan, from how many different women? Because if you're giving us advice and you've got bare kids in London and you're not in their life, yeah? You're not in their life. Yeah? Yeah, he's got an event on the 25th. He's got an event on the 25th of I think the 25th of this month in Chelsea or something. Some sister inboxed me Chelsea Theatre or something. Some sister inboxed me and said that I should send this live to them or something. But yeah, he's got an event. But look, guys, I'm nobody, yeah? I'm being honest with you, yeah? I'm not some pious Muslim. I'm not some great Muslim. I'm not some mu'min, you know? I'm not a Muslim that does, extra sunnahs and fast every Monday and Thursday. And I'm not someone. I'm someone who came from the street, yeah? I came from the street, single parent family, went jail. I discovered Islam after my cousin gave me a bit of dawah, and I checked it out when I went away for a year, and I came out. My main thing is just like saying that I'm not some pious person, but I'll just say the road life is not long. It's not the thing to do. I'm just saying, if I lie about Adnan, if I lie, look at my channel, Street Odin. I haven't posted much on it lately, yeah. Like the whole thing is that I spent a big portion of my life. After I became Muslim and I saw Muslim youth getting caught up in the music and the drill stuff and the stabbing stuff, I spent a big portion of my life, yeah, talking to Muslim youth. Yeah, I did that. Yeah. Mainly now, I'm doing things for people in council estate life, non-Muslims and this, that and the other and so forth. I didn't do this live on my on my account for non-Muslims. Yeah, because I don't want him to say I'm using it to build people up. Look at my Street Odin YouTube. I can get views. Like I said, the highest viewed video on Street Odin is 1 million views on one video. And 100,000 views. That means nothing. There was prophets that gave dawah, yeah, and they like Noah alayhi salam, yeah, who had no followers. Does that mean because on YouTube I got 1 million views? No, there's ulama, there's scholars, there's students of knowledge, yeah. People like Abdurrahman Hassan, there's some people who have got no knowledge and get much more views than him. It doesn't mean nothing. It means views mean nothing. Yeah, but I didn't do this on my non-Muslim channel, yeah, that I started recently and so forth, yeah. Yeah, what is it? That I didn't do it because he would say I'll be doing that for views. I did it on this channel. If you see this, I did one other video because I was in Stratford, Westfield the other day, and it kicked off, and there was two youths who nearly stabbed up each other, and there's a whole bunch of families. McDonald's in Stratford, Westfield, it's 90% families, and it kicked off, and I just did one video today. And before that, I ain't done videos for months, because I've spent a portion of my life talking to Muslim youth and so forth, and so I've got a non-Muslim channel, but I didn't do this live on it because it's got less subscribers. And they say, oh, see, he's doing that for views. I don't need views, yeah. But don't believe me. Don't believe me. Just ask Adnan. No one asks these questions. That's why I say to all the media companies, I say to all the people, whether it's Sideman, whether it's big ego media or big ego women or Bobby Kasanya or Made You Think or I'm Just Bait, just ask Adnan, since you're giving us advice, how many kids do you have? Are you married? Yeah. And how many different women do you have these children with? Because if you're giving us advice, your life must be in some type of order. Adnan has never argued it. This is another point. I had another Street Odin account. That Street Odin account had 9,000 followers on it. Because non-Muslims were watching my old videos, because me and Adnan did a live. I did a live. I was doing a live talking about it. He came on and we had a back and forth. Because non-Muslims were watching that video, do you know he got my old Instagram taken down? He got it taken down. That account had been up nearly 10 years of me, and most of it was talking to Muslim youth. Yeah? Talking to Muslim youth about like that's leave the road life. But Adnan, so selfish, because that video and there was some stuff about him, he complained to Instagram and got it taken down. No problem. You took it down, no problem. Inshallah, I still get the reward for all the youth that Dawah gives for the youth is with Allah. Allah's not gonna forget. Yeah. So the whole thing is this, yeah. He got it taken down. 9,000 like followers, most of them were youth, yeah, that I was talking to. But because that video of me going back and forth, I kept on asking him on the video. Adnan was talking about my haircut. He was talking about how I look. And I kept on asking him, Adnan, how many children do you have? How many children do you have, Adnan? I kept on asking him again, Adnan, how many children do you have? Or how many do women? He wouldn't answer. And he won't. So all I ask you, yeah, all you people that follow him or whatever this, that, just ask him. Man, yeah, what I was going to say is just ask Adnan. Just ask Adnan how many kids you got. So anyway, guys, yeah, unless someone wants to say anything, yeah, unless anyone wants to say anything, yeah, I'm going to call it a day now. I've done the video. I'm going to make a what is it, a proper YouTube where I put all the receipts and stuff. If you want to see the DNA test, I've posted it to my Instagram from the masjid, yeah. I guess they're part of the Illuminati as well. Yeah, so you can check up the DNA things and stuff like that. And I'm saying to you, bro, even if a man has one child, yeah, and look, it doesn't matter if you're broke, yeah, even if you're not broke, yeah, this is what I would say, yeah, listen. Most of us who grew up in India, we grew up with a father, yeah, without our father, yeah. Even if you have one kid out there, yeah, and you're broke, say you're broke, say you're a JSA, you don't work. Okay, it's not good. If you're man enough to sleep around and have the sexual relationship and so forth, you've had the youth. Now I know you're living this lifestyle of what is it, YOLO, you only live once, and just raving and clubbing in hotels and sleeping around, but that's part of you. That's part of you. Now you can do the easy thing and just turn your conscience off and just pretend that child don't exist. But I'm sure if your dad did that to you, yeah, you wouldn't want it done. I'm sure you didn't like it when your dad did it to you. And the worst thing is Adnan didn't grow up without a father. Adnan grew up in a two-parent family. That's the crazy thing. Adnan didn't grow up in a two-parent family. One-parent family. Yeah? Adnan didn't grow up in a one-parent family. Yeah? So the whole thing is that. But I'm saying to any of you people men that are out there, yeah, even to have one kid out there, yeah, you know what it's like to grow up without a father. What it's like to grow up in this world without a man. Like, showing you how to be a man. What it's like to go through certain things like puberty, bullying, different things. You know what it's like yourself, bro. So don't, like, do it again. Don't keep the cycle going. But to have one kid out there that you don't check on there. Imagine if you lost your keys or your phone or your car keys or something somewhere. And then you realise you've lost it. You have concern, you have urgency, and you rush back to get your phone because all of the sentimental value of stuff that's in there and the worth that's in there. How can you have a kid and just leave it out there? Imagine you lose your phone. In your phone, you've got important stuff like bank details. You've got important stuff like your work stuff. You've got important stuff in your phone. When you lose your phone, it's not just a phone to call someone that you've lost. It's got sentimental. It's got things in there that are priceless to you. That money can't buy. You get what I'm saying? So imagine you have a kid, your own flesh and blood. Like, whether you get on with the mother or not, that kid is you, bruv. That's you out there. And you know what's sad? What's sad is this. While Adnan is doing all these clips, yeah, and sponsoring these clips on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, and he's making it on his main page, yeah, his Muslim wife, yeah, his Muslim wife who wears jilbab and this, that and the other and so forth and niqab and all this stuff, she's taking, at the same time as he's posting videos about advice on how to get girls and do all this stuff and blah, 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 while he's married, yeah, his ex-wife, yeah, who has a kid from him, is taking him to the park and pushing him on the swings alone. So he's pushing that. This is how you get girls. This is how you know a girl's good. This is how you know a girl's bad. And his little son is in a park being pushed on the swing by his mother alone on the same app. One time I made a video and I told Anand to stop. I made a video because I saw him the podcast he's doing about relationships. I said, Anand, how can you be buying all this equipment for podcasts, yeah? And you got bare youths out there and they need nappies and food and stuff. You know what he did? His ex-wife, yeah, he posted £1 to her, yeah, and he put my name, Street Aldine, as a joke. Isn't that evil? You're not, Anand, you're not hurting me. You're not hurting me. When I made that video about you should spend that money on your kid's nappy and stuff like that, yeah, and you sent her £1 in their account with her name, you're not dissing me, bruv. How's that insulting me? It's not my kid. So your kid is worth £1. You think that's funny? I swear you're Majnoon, bruv. The thing is, Anand, you know, this fame is rope that's hanging yourself. Like people were contacting me for ages saying to me, Anand's doing Raretalks, he's speaking with this person, speaking with this person. I said, look, I'm done with him. I've done him in the Muslim community. The videos are up on my YouTube channel. People can watch that if they want. This fame, bruv, is not, you think this, you're starting to get well known, yeah? And you keep on tagging people like Sideman, and you keep on tagging people, because Anand, look, I told you that Anand is evil, but he's not dumb, yeah? Anand is evil, but he's not dumb. Anand keeps arguing with women because it's controversial and people will watch it. That's why, and he does controversial things, and then he tags people like Sideman and most probably Made You Think and all these different people. He tags them because he knows, like, he knows that arguing and like slapping women, yeah, and it's controversial, ain't it? And telling people to shut up and just losing it and stuff like that, yeah. He knows that it's gonna get views. That's it. Of course, it's gonna get views. It's like 6ix9ine, the rapper 6ix9ine. He beefed everybody to get famous, but Anand, there's gonna come a time when people know who Raretalks is. They're gonna know who Andrew Tennant is. They're gonna know who Adnan Abu Rayhan is. And London is a small place, bro. London is small, and either these kids, yeah, are going to expose you themselves. And like any woman who wants to, any woman, yeah, who's got a youth from Adnan or any child of Adnan that wants to speak out, my platform is free to you. You could do it. Obviously, I'm going to have to check out the story and make sure it's not just chat, but my platform is open to you because I know you don't have a platform. You got to understand, you see Adnan's videos, a lot of his clips, yeah, he's talking about a certain person in them clips. For example, you know what Adnan did, yeah? Adnan makes videos about baby mothers that stop, yeah, their fathers from seeing the child. You know why he does that? Because he knows that he's never intending to see these children. So he makes that video so that he's covered his back. Do you get what I'm saying? Adnan is making videos about baby mothers that but wallahi, I know many of his mothers, like that mother who says, I know Adnan, yeah, has bare kids out there, yeah. She said that he's got at least 7 kids out there that he's denied that I know are his, yeah, yeah. I just want my kid to meet his siblings so he doesn't do incest with them. I want him to know who his family is so he doesn't do incest with them when they're older, because Adnan has a lot of children. This woman is not stopping you from seeing this mother is not stopping you from seeing your child. You're one that is on Instagram with your child who looks exactly like you. You can see Adnan's face in his kid's face, and she's in a park, yeah, pushing him on a swing on his own. That kid is your kid. You can see, you get Adnan's face and you get that kid's face. It's your child, Adnan. And you're talking about relationships and trash women. Adnan, simple thing. The simple thing is this fame is not gonna, you may get rich off it. You may get rich off it. You may get famous off it. You may become a celebrity in a black community, podcast community world. But Allah Al-Basir Al-Samir, the all-seeing, the all-hearing, bro. But there's going to be some people that find out who the real you are. And then it's done. And then, it's done. And what he did, yeah, you know the worst thing Adnan did, and I'm gonna cut it off after this. Do you know what Adnan did, yeah? Two things. Adnan's ex-wife, you know how he married her? The sister, she goes into the first way he met her is that a sister, a practicing hijabi sister, niqabi sister, she put out an ad, yeah, for she needs plastering done in her home, yeah, and she will pay for it. Adnan turned up. Adnan is not a plasterer. He mashed up her house, but he tried to flirt with her. Cool. That sister, she like a lot of people, she sometimes goes through psychosis, and she has mental issues, like problems to do with mental health, like a lot of us do. Some of us have it and we don't really deal with it, yeah. But sometimes she goes through seizures. You know how Adnan married her? One day she went through a seizure, yeah. And then Nan went to hospital, yeah, and married her while she was going through relapse. Yeah? But the whole thing is this, yeah, the whole thing is this, is that, like I said, I was done with Adnan. The videos were up, they were left there, and I'd finished. The videos were years old. But what's happened now, because the only reason I'm doing this video now is because Adnan, yeah, is now... non-Muslims are watching my old videos. Non-Muslims are watching my videos that were talking about Adnan and what he was doing in the Muslim community, because certain people are starting to find things out. So what Adnan did, I had stuff on my YouTube, yeah, from years ago. I had stuff on my Instagram, yeah, from years ago, yeah. And like I said, he asked Instagram to take down my account, yeah, with 9,000 people. And it was mainly for youth. It was mainly for youth. I had a few things about him, but it was 99.9% was about Muslim youth, not smoking and drinking. He got it taken down. Yeah? Gone. 10 years of work. Gone. He's now tried to take 2 of my YouTube. He done defamation against it. He's got 2 of the videos taken down. It's no problem. I got the original ones and I'm going to upload them. Yeah? So the whole thing is, yeah, basically, Adnan had sexual relationships with her when she was... the sister with mental issues, and then had sexual relationships with her against her consent. He done a jiu-jitsu mitzvah of her, yeah, a jiu-jitsu mitzvah of her, and hold it where he wraps his legs around her arms and holds her arms with his legs and stuff. So she's like this in a crucifix position, yeah, and she can't move because her legs, her arms are locked. Because Adnan is 6'1" and she's about 5 foot something, like, and so forth. And like the other Somali sister she had said the other day, she said that Adnan tried to strangle her, and she said, I'll be honest, I'm not going to lie, I hit him over with an ashtray and I pulled out a knife on him. Well, that's what you do. If you're a woman and a man, yeah, tries to strangle you, you do that, yeah. But the whole thing is, and she said, yeah, I was wrong for doing zina with him and so forth. It was wrong. But the whole point I'm trying to say to you is this. One, Adnan is talking about relationships in Raretalks. He's married. He's got 2 wives, yeah. So I don't know what relationships you're talking about. Like I said, he done a clip where he says, you can tell if a woman's a hoe. Adnan said he became Muslim at 14, yeah? He had a video where he said, you can tell if a woman's a hoe, yeah? Because when you put it in her, and he's doing all the actions, you can tell how loose it is. Adnan, you've been married to this one sister for about 7 years, yeah, or this, that, and the other. So how do you know about these relationships? I saw another clip the other day. The latest clip I think Adnan has up is talking about, yeah, I like big girls. Adnan, you're married. I thought you're saying, yeah, you like big girls, and what's worse is that, yeah, he's just talking about relationships like he's what is it? He's talking like he's a single guy. I remember even this girl that was his podcast co-host after a friend, yeah, after he treated, like he was rude to friend and friends for I'm not sticking around for this and left, like some girl was asking him, so are you ever going to think about having a serious relationship? And he said, no. You're married. What are you talking about? But he portrays it like he's a single guy. Like he's a single guy. Even this Somali sister, she claims that she didn't know that he was married. Yeah. But he's been married for time to 2 wives. Yeah. So the whole thing is, anyway, the thing is this, yeah. And then, like, I'm tired of this. This is really long. That's why it took me so long to start at the beginning, because it's just an inconvenience for me. Like, I could be making a video now about going in and out of jail why it's not worth stabbing and shooting people for the man them, because they don't visit you when you're in jail. It's your mum who's supporting you and buying you canteen and all these kind of stuff when you're in jail. The man them, after a few weeks, they stop visiting you. They stop writing you. Like I could be making a beneficial. I bought this podcast thing and this ring light and all this stuff to make videos for youth, not for Adnan, man. You know, but like there's one community that knows about him and there's another community that doesn't know about him. I sent this video to Made You Think. I sent this video to Bobby Kasanya. I sent this video to like all Big Ego Where. I sent this to RTM Young Spray, because Young Spray did a podcast with Raretalks. Yeah, all you people, whether it's Judges, Souls, Young Spray, whether it's Sideman, whether it's any of you people on social media, yeah, just for ask Adnan, how many kids you have? Have you married? How long you been married? Do you have kids everywhere? Because when you have big platform and you put him on, like I didn't know about him before, but I'm telling you lot now, if you promote this guy, yeah, and you make him famous, there's going to be more unwanted babies. And I know most of these platforms don't want babies everywhere from, you know, because most of these podcasts are trying to, you know, do positive things and so forth, yeah? So anyway, yeah, I'm just saying to you guys, please share this, please. Because to be honest, this guy's a headache to me, yeah? He's a headache. And I'm done with him. I don't want to go back and forth with this guy. This takes away from the message that I want to do. So please share it. And I understand, yeah. I understand the women that deal with Adnan, they're scared of him. Because what Adnan does, Adnan bullies women, yeah. He's 6'1", yeah. So most women are 5 foot something, yeah. And what is that he got a deep voice. So what is that when you do zina with him, whether it's a sister or whether it's someone he marries for a few days and then divorces her, or whether it's a non-Muslim woman, he's a man, he's got a platform. I know you're scared to come out, but I'm going to be honest with you, yeah? As long as you lot don't come out and speak about him openly, yeah? He's gonna carry on longer. It's going to end sooner or later anyway, yeah? But it's going to be quick if you lot come out. I know it's scary, you know what I'm saying? Because he's got a big platform. He's got zombies that follow him. He's got zombies. He's got zombies that support him, you know? I know you don't want to be called a hater and all this stuff, but you women who have children from Adnan, you got to start coming on video and saying, listen, I've had the child from Adnan. Because once you all start coming out and with the kid in the video and so forth and say, Adnan, this is your child, it's a wrap. But while I'm speaking about, I'm a man, yeah, I wasn't married to him, obviously, and this, that, and the other. I just did dawah with him, and because I promoted him, now I have to speak out. It's different to someone who was actually in a relationship with him. And his wife, that's why I did a video with him, and he tried to get it taken down yesterday. He tried to get it taken down yesterday by putting defamation. But I have the original copies, and I'm going to put them back up. Yeah, that his wife did come out, and the Somali sister came out as well. She done a live on TikTok talking about what he did. But there's over 10 women out there, yeah? I think it's getting close to 20 now, yeah? It's getting close to 20, you know? And what is that now? You women need to come out. Because when there's about 10 women saying, I got this kid from Adnan and the kid's features look like Adnan, that's the best evidence, you know what I'm saying? Because Adnan, I'm telling you, Adnan is a manipulator. So he's going to keep avoiding. Like the Muslim community, the fire exit is closed. The front door is closed. The windows are closed. Everyone knows who he is. Everyone knows who Adnan is. Yeah, and we've seen him rebrand. Yeah? So the whole thing is this, yeah? The whole thing is this. For anyone who doesn't need to watch this, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to be here, you know? Anyone who doesn't like this, you don't have to be here. I'm not forcing you to be this live. So I'm sure you've got much more important things to do. So rather than just chat faff, yeah? I know Adnan's got bare fake accounts as well, and he's in here as well. But listen, if you ain't got nothing better to do, I'm sure if you ask someone, they can show you where the exit button is. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, like, I'm sure you've got much more important things to do to listen to me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the Muslim communities know who he is. The non-Muslims, they don't know who he is. But they're going to find out, you know. I'm sure there's some... I'm sure there's... Yeah, I'm sure there's some I'm sure there's some, what is it? Now Adnan can, if Adnan's in here, he can come live with me now. He can come live now. But you're not gonna get to give no speech. You're gonna answer how many children you have. And how many times you've been married and with how many different women. And you could talk about how you don't like how I look. I don't know if you're a batty man. I don't know if you fancy me. I don't care if you don't like how my head shape is or you, whatever it is, Adnan. That's not the debate here. You got nothing on me, Adnan. Nothing on me. I'm not a pious. I'm not a mu'min, I'm pious and this, that, and the other, but I don't have families everywhere, bruv. I don't have kids, bare kids all over London, bruv. Yeah? But the whole thing is this, Adnan, is that, so you can come speak. If you're in here, you can come and speak, Adnan. But you're not. But the conversation not going to be about how I look or whatever. You're going to answer, and that's what I'm saying. Please, everyone, just can you answer? All of you guys, just ask him. Just ask him. Ask him in his videos. Ask him in his live. Ask him at this event today. The event he's got. Ask him at the event he's got. Since you give relationship advice, are you married? How long have you been married? How many wives have you got? And how many kids do you have? Simple. Because once Adnan, because the thing is this, yeah, once Adnan says he has, if Adnan says he's got 1 kid, or 2 kids, or 3 kids, that's when all the other women are going to come out who have got kids from him, because he's going to lie. Once he lies about how many kids he's got, yeah, he's finished. That's why he will never answer. That's why I asked him on our live, when it was me and him, he never mentioned. I asked him about 20 times. How many kids? Cool, my head is, you don't like my head shape. Yeah, you don't like how I look. Cool. How many kids have you got, Adnan? Don't worry. Anyway, it's cool. Yeah. So, guys, I've done it. Has anyone got any questions? Or does anyone want to come on and say anything? Does anyone want to come up and say anything? I know that Adnan has at least 10 plus. That is in double figures. And I was told the other day by one of his ex-wives that she knows at least 14 kids that he's not in their life. 40. I'm not exaggerating. Look, guys, I'm not dumb, yeah? I'm not dumb. I'm nobody. I'm a human being, yeah? If I lie about Adnan for fame and so forth, Allah's going to expose me in this life and expose me in Day of Judgment. I'm not a mu'min. I'm not a pious Muslim. I'm not a Talib al-Ilm. I'm not a sheikh. I'm just someone else. The only benefit I can give to youth, to Muslim youth, yeah, is that I've been jail. I come from a council estate. I've messed up a lot of my life before I was Muslim, and you shouldn't do that. Yeah? That's the only thing I can offer. I'm not some good person. I'm not trying to make it out Hussein is some really good Muslim and Adnan is some evil Muslims and so forth. But the fact is this, when it comes to people having, okay, if Adnan was just telling boys, yeah, boys not to drink and smoke and rave and sleep around with girls, and that's one thing. But when you've got having even 1 kid out of marriage and you're denying it, and the masjid has to come out. I've been in that masjid since I took Shahada, yeah? I'm going to tell you this. That masjid is in an area where there's knife crime, there's gun crime, there's tons of gangs, yeah? They've never come out, yeah, and mentioned someone from the community, yeah, by name about sleeping around. They've never had to do DNA tests on, DNA test, yeah? Do a DNA test, yeah, on someone who's sleeping around and doing zina and mention him by name. They never had to do that, because even from coming in the ghetto and this, that, and the other, so forth, when people come to the masjid and they're trying to get better and so forth, they're trying to get married and they're trying to, and so forth, yeah. But I guess the masjid is a hater too, you know. But the point I'm trying to say is that, please, because other people do this, please, if you're someone who's been affected, can you make this video? I would much prefer the women made these videos. You can use my channel, or you can, and I know it's hard, but you guys have got to speak, because the sooner you speak and you actually have a kid from him and he's not in a life, yeah, the sooner the sooner it's gonna be over with, guys. You know, and that's why I say this is what makes me think. This is what made me think of evil when I told Adnan. that instead of buying all that, paying all that studio time, yeah, and buying all that equipment, get some nappies for your kids and stuff like that, and buy some food and clothing for your kids. Like while you're posting those clips of you in the studio and busting joke and laughing about women and stuff, yeah, your woman, your ex-wife is in a park, yeah, pushing a kid on a swing on his own, and you thought it was funny, yeah, after that video to put £1 in the account and put my name there, Street Udine TV, like it's a joke. How's that funny, man? This guy's evil, man. He's evil. He's evil. But I'm done. Please, guys. I've got, Anyway, so I'm done, guys. I hope this video, inshallah, this video should stay up. I'm gonna do proper. Yeah. So the whole thing is that yeah, I'm gonna share this video. Hopefully, this video is saved. Like I'm tired of this now. Like my throat's gone. And okay. If she wants to come up, hold on. If anyone wants to come up, yeah. If anyone wants to come up, then come up. But I'm gonna go after this, yeah.
Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Yeah, well, basically, I've just been speaking, I don't know, for maybe an hour or so, for some time, just about how I met Adnan and basically the history of how I met him, like he was doing Dawah to Youth and all this kind of stuff.
Oh.
And yeah, I just been speaking like about him, how I met him. I first like promoted him because he was doing Dawah and so forth. And then after I posted his videos and stuff,
Ooh.
different sisters and women started contacting me.
Yeah.
That started contacting me that he's that he's been doing sleeping around with them, having babies from them, and at the same time he's telling like youth not to he's telling youth not to sleep around and this, that, and the other and so forth. But yeah, just want to let you know Adnan has been married. He's got one wife that he's been married to for like 7 years. She was practicing stuff. She's like now taken off hijab, and because she's heard about his zina and so forth. And he's got one wife of like maybe 2 years. And I think she's pregnant and stuff. But yeah, he is actually, because I watched your live yesterday, and you said that you didn't know he was married or whatever and so forth.
From
yeah,
my knowledge, he's not married. He is divorced. He's been divorced for 1.5 years. And he has my knowledge, he has a crazy ex-wife. That's what he told me.
I'm in contact with I'm in contact with a few of his ex-wife and his baby mothers, and he's definitely married to one girl. He's definitely married to 2 at the moment.
He's married to 2?
Yeah, 2.
And what country are they from? Because from my knowledge, the last woman that he was with, she's from Pakistan, and they're no longer together. He broke up with her.
No,
she's crazy.
He's not. He's married to, I think, the one he's married to now, that's been 3 years, is I think she's Iranian or so forth. But she's definitely married to him because she reposted, like she supports him and stuff like that. Even though
what's her name? Is she on Instagram?
Huh? No, she's on Twitter. She's on Twitter.
What's her name?
I don't want to mention her name.
Okay, alright, cool. Can you DM me?
But I know she is. I know she is.
Does she know?
Do you know how I know she's married? Because when I had a meeting, when I had a meeting at the masjid, yeah, and she was present there. And his other wife, I know because I'm in contact with her. I've helped one of his wives get out of a marriage, get a kula, basically the one that he did domestic violence and so forth and so forth.
Who's that?
And yeah, she knows. She was the first wife. She does a mental health on a Muslim mental health.
Is that the one who doesn't let him see his older daughter?
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about one that's actively asked Adnan to basically see his kids, because I don't know what Adnan's told you. if you don't know that Anand's been married, then I don't think you know much. You
No,
know much
he
about
told
Anand.
me he's been married 5 different times.
Okay. Anand told you that, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Did Anand tell you, yeah? Did
His
did Anand tell you to put married on your profile when you started doing relationships with you?
yeah.
Okay. Was you married to him?
No. He we were supposed to get married in December. He spoke to my family, my dad and everyone. We were supposed to go
Yeah.
through with the marriage on December, but it didn't happen because of something I did. I done something and I actually told him and confided in him before the marriage because I didn't want to go through with the marriage knowing I've done something and I've got something on my chest. Not that
No
I've
problem. No
cheated,
problem.
not I'm not saying I've cheated, it was just messaging like, and I've told him about the messaging and I showed it to him, and that kind of put back the marriage, and we said, okay, cool, we're not gonna get married now, and we're gonna try to, get back
Okay.
on the same page.
Well, okay. When Anand told you to put up that you're married with him on the profile, were you married at the time?
No, we
You
wasn't.
wasn't married, was
No,
you? Okay. So that's a lie, ain't it?
that's a liar.
That he told you to do.
Yeah, that's a
That's a
lie.
lie. So so the whole thing is the reason why he put that up there, the reason why he told you to put married up there, because he's already finished in the Muslim community. Right? Did you know about Adnan and Hikmah Bookshop and him being exposed about sleeping around and stuff?
No,
Did you know about that?
no, he did before we got together, he did tell me, oh, there's fake pages about him making up lies and stories, and he has a crazy ex-wife and yada yada. And I'm one of those people like, okay, cool. If you come to me directly and you tell me what's going on, then I would like, okay, I would kind of listen to you, not fully listen to you, but I'm not going to go to third parties. I'm not going to go out of my way to search for things because you've already felt the need, comfortable to come and speak to me and tell me what's going on. So I don't see the need to go out there and search for things. I had one of his ex-wife messaging me and calling me, but she was saying that they were still married and he lives with her, they together and stuff. And I've actually called him when she was on the phone to me, and he denied it. He's like, she's crazy. I'm not with her. I divorced her time ago.
Because you know, Adnan doesn't have his own place, yeah.
He didn't tell me that, and that's what she was saying as well. That's one thing she said. He doesn't.
No, but I'm saying, have you ever been to Adnan's flat?
No, I've never had the chance to. No.
Okay, so think about it. If you're gonna marry Adnan, look, I'm not judging. I'm not putting you. I'm not trying to put you down. The point I'm trying to say to you, yeah,
It's
if
every time I try to go,
Adnan's
something came up. That's how I'm gonna start
okay, so
answering.
what I'm trying to say to you, okay, so if Adnan, like every time you try to go to Adnan's place, something came up, yeah. When you he told you to put married on your profile, yeah.
Yeah, on all
When you weren't
platforms.
married, yeah.
Yeah.
And I practice. So basically, do you know Adnan from Rare Talks? Is that how you know Adnan?
Yeah, he slided in my DMs. That's how we started talking.
Okay, so you don't know Hikmah Bookshop.
No, I have nothing. I literally don't know nothing about him until I posted that
Okay,
video yesterday, and the
okay,
comments kept on
Hikmah
coming
Bookshop.
in. I'm reading the comments
Okay,
like, is this even true? Like, is this the person that I was with? Like, is this the person I was trying to get married to? The hell?
okay, okay. I've just talked about it, but if you go to YouTube, he's gonna take it down because he's in there somewhere hiding, and then he's hiding in there somewhere under a fake account. But the thing is that if you type in Hikmah Bookshop, yeah, to YouTube, if you type in Journey with the Quran, before Adnan was doing Islamic dawah to Muslim youth about not sleeping around, not raving, not smoking, not drinking. Yeah.
Yeah. From my
So,
knowledge,
for
he don't
example,
drink.
no, I'm not talking. Yeah, okay, cool. But look, what I'm just here, for example, here. Um, oh, where's this?
Because,
Okay, so
When it comes to transgressing his bounds and transgressing his laws, because we will stand in front of him on their judgment, and none of us are free from sins. All of us are sin. There's not one person that's not a sinner. Every single person under the sun of Adam is a sinner, and he's going to make big mistakes. But raving and drinking, you become a fanatic when you do this. Because when you start to rave and you drink, raving, you're open to the sin. Meaning you're doing an open sin. If a person goes home and he drinks alcohol in the comfort of his house, nobody knows. It's between him and his Lord. If he makes tawbah, Allah might forgive him. But somebody who comes out into a rave, he is a fanatic because he's doing it in front of people. for them to see. He doesn't have no. Yeah.
Who is that? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Can I see that picture a little bit clearer? Clearer. What? Wait, what?
Really sin. And it says in that hadith by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam,
Is that a white
everyone will be
girl?
forgiven except for the
Oh,
person
holy.
who done it.
Oh, holy. Oh,
So
okay.
Allah covered them in the night, but then in the morning
Wow.
they get up and they start saying, yeah, Allah snack, man was raving, was doing this. And in the morning he covered their sins, but in the night they go out and they start saying,
This was
yeah,
public
man,
on
this
Instagram,
woman was crazy,
on the girl's account.
girl,
That's in a nightclub. You know what that is? You know what that is? The day before, yeah, I'm sure you've heard of 40 hadith, you're Muslim, yeah? Well, basically, the day before, he was doing Hikmah Bajot. The day before he posted, I'm teaching 40 hadith, I think this was on a Friday. So what happened, that's a Christmas party, yeah? So what happened is that basically in a nightclub. So basically, he posted that, what is it? I'm teaching 40 hadith, you've come down to the class, this, that, and the other. So he did that. The next day, he was in a club doing that, yeah? Now, the thing is, yeah, Anand did a YouTube channel called Hikmah Bookshop. You type it into YouTube, it will come up all the videos. Yeah. Okay. What happened is that he's been sleeping around with like Muslim girls. Yeah. He's been marrying, divorcing girls for a few days, whatever.
What?
Weeks.
Wait, what? He's marrying in weeks, days.
Divorce him quickly, yeah. And what is it? And what is that also? So he's been doing all fronts, no Muslim girls, whatever. Yeah. Now, what happened? He's annoyed so many people that some non-Muslim girl posted that picture, yeah, to someone who knew we were talking about Annan. It wasn't a Muslim girl because it was a non-Muslim girl that posted that, yeah. So the whole thing is that this picture came out, yeah, and also I was starting to talk about Annan indirectly because all these when I was posting videos of Annan giving dawah, women started commenting in the videos and saying, look, you're talking about youth to fix up, yeah, but I've got a youth from you, and you haven't seen it for a year. For a year, you haven't visited since it's been born. You haven't come to see your child, yeah.
So he actually
and
has more
like, at first,
he actually has more than 5 kids.
I know double figures now. I know at least like 10. But I was told yesterday, by one of his exes that it's like 14.
What?
And that's not going to change. And that's not going to change. And I'll tell you this year. When at first I deleted this girl's comments. I turned a blind eye because you were supposed to make 70 excuses for someone, yeah, and all this kind of stuff. But there comes a time, yeah, when so many people start inboxing you, yeah, and then what happens is an ex-wife contacts me, and then what happens is that this picture comes out, and so I started making videos about Adnan, talking about him indirectly without mentioning his name, talking about people in Dawah that sleep around, but they tell you blah blah blah. And then he would always come up in the comments and start saying, why are you talking about exposing people and thinking bad about people in Dawah and so forth. But anyway, because I knew he would in a minute, but the whole thing is that now, I'm saying to you, if you don't know about Hikmah Bookshop, the only reason he's doing Raretalks is because he's finished in the Muslim community. Because that's what he was doing, but at the same time he was raving us. And he had a wife. That's what I'm saying. The wife he's still married to now, he was married to her when he was doing that. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that basically he got locked off in the Muslim community. Masjids, yeah, universities, yeah. I put him in touch with one of the biggest dawah organizations in London. They have over 100,000 people in YouTube. He used to speak regularly with them at a masjid. So what happened is that the imam, what put the nail on their head is that imam asked him, swear by Allah that all these women, yeah, that are coming to me, because they were going to the imam as well, are not your kids. So Adnan said, I'm not going to swear by Allah, but I'll do a lie detector test. But when it came to doing the lie detector test, he wouldn't do it. So what happened? They took the DNA. They took the DNA from a child that everyone knew he was married to, yeah? And they tested it with the other child and it came up positive. I posted them. The receipts are on my channel now. I've posted the DNA from the masjid. Now, Anand's calling them haters. Why is the masjid a hater? Anan is not, why are all these girls contacting me? Anan is not rich. He's not famous, yeah?